Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger with an exciting new story of real life in the Old West. The time, 1861, December. The place, Ruby Valley, Nevada Territory. The weather, bitter cold. The three men hugging the stove at the Ruby Valley station of the Overland Express are talking about the neighboring Shoshones, little suspecting that they are about to be involved in the strange and terrible custom of human sacrifice.
You just wait till those Shoshones start robbing you.
They have. They stole some blankets off a freight wagon, right from under his nose.
What did you do?
Told him next time to ask.
And gave him back the blankets.
Billy Rogers, you're a double-barrel fool.
This has been a mighty tough winter, Mac. Poor devils are cold.
Animals can make out all right. So can them savages. You know, you cow to them like that, first thing you know, they'll take everything we own, including our scalps. They'll...
Who is boss here?
I'm the station keeper. What do you want?
We want medicine.
What kind of medicine?
Chief Shocob is very ill.
The chief? What's the matter with him?
He lies in his blanket, shaking like a frozen leaf. Each breath a knife blade.
Sounds pretty bad. Might be pneumonia.
You have medicine?
What's the matter with your own medicine man? Can't he drive out the evil spirits?
He was trying. He does not know I have come here. I told only Julia.
Who's Julia?
Chief Shokob's wife. She is young. She too believes that white man's medicine is the only cure.
There's not much anyone can do for pneumonia. But I've got something that might help.
Don't do it, Billy. The old boy will probably croak anyway.
I'm afraid so, if it is pneumonia.
And you know who they'll blame if he does. The white man and his medicine. They'll say you murdered him.
And if I refuse help, they'll say I let him die. A villain if I do, and a villain if I don't. Give him just a little at a time, not the whole bottle.
Thank you.
Next time, he'll bring company. Want to bet?
Stick around and find out.
No, thanks. I'm leaving as soon as my supplies get here. Tomorrow, the next day.
I'm afraid he's right, Billy.
Mark my words. We're in for trouble.
Julia.
Do not try to speak, my husband.
The sands are running out.
No. No, you will live to see the sun again. Oshaki has brought you white man's medicine.
See?
It is too late. My time has come.
No.
Stop the drums. They cannot frighten death away.
Chief Shokob.
summon my council.
Stop! He is dead, but very close.
And you come here and break the spell? Give the evil spirits a chance to grasp his soul?
It is Shokab's order.
White man's medicine.
He has called his council to his teepee at once.
Before my voice follows the sighing winds, there are matters I would speak of. The peace I have kept with the white man, let it continue. The white man is here to stay. We must learn to live with him. It is our only hope. For that reason, I have chosen to take my place. One who has the youth to accept the new order, yet carries in him the wisdom of our old ways. Such a one, my heart tells me, is Washakie. I know I give you a good leader and a good husband for you, Julia. Take her. Treat her well.
The squaw Julia goes with you, Great Father.
No.
It is tribal law.
I say no.
Funeral sacrifice was practiced by our forefathers. It is one of our oldest customs.
It is a custom that is finished.
The gods will be angry.
I have spoken. Leave me now.
I kneeled close and studied him carefully. His mind has already withered and blown away. His words are the babblings of an infant. The funeral sacrifice must be observed. The gods demand it. If we deny them this sacrifice, their punishment will be swift and terrible.
Chief Shokab is dead.
Chief Shokab's weapons must go with him. And his horse.
And his wife.
What do you want?
His bow and arrows, his spear.
Why?
To place upon his funeral pyre.
He gave orders. You heard him. Nothing is to be sacrificed. Not his weapons, not his horse, nothing.
You wait.
No! No!
Your hair will be cut to prepare you for your journey.
No. No.
Be certain that she drinks it all. Remain on guard.
Drink this, daughter. It will help when the time comes. He forbade them. It's wrong. It's wicked. I want to die. I don't want to die. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. This will dull the pain. How will I be dressed? As you are now. I have a tunic and leggings of white doeskin. Bring them to me. There's little time. Then hurry! I cannot find them. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters now. I told you it would help. Already she drowses.
Oh, great Shokob. Your spirit waits impatiently to set forth upon its journey to join your forefathers in the spirit world. All is in readiness. It remains now to set the torch that will loose your body that holds your spirit to this earth. As a great Shoshone chief, you will travel with high honor upon your horse, carrying your weapons and your wife by your side. Bring forth the wife of Shokob. You know where she is hiding? Did you see her go? She cannot escape. There is no place for her to go. We will wait until the light of morning.
Hey, there's something sneaking up on us out there. It's crawling on all fours. Looks like an Indian.
Indians?
Hey, you see? Oh, now it's stopped.
It's human, all right.
Well, you're not going out.
Whoever it is, he's in trouble.
Now, look, Billy, this might be a trick.
There's some kind of a decoy.
You two wait here.
Take a gun.
Squaw, Zed, get some water.
Right.
She's more dead than alive. Don't be frightened. Just lie back. Atta girl.
Who are you?
Julia,
Chief Shokob's wife.
widow of Shokob.
So he did die. What did I tell you? I knew you'd get us into trouble.
If they find me, they will kill me.
For what? Coming to warn us?
When a chief dies, they burn his body, and his wife with him, and his horse.
Here's the water.
Here. Drink this. And then you can tell us. Now, you just rest a bit.
You won't let them take me back.
Oh, maybe they won't even come here.
I know Pimu, the medicine man.
Now, you just let us do the worrying, huh?
Fine kettle of fish this is.
Zed, keep a lookout.
Yeah. You know blamed well they'll come. She most likely left a trail a child could follow.
Here they come. Over the rise.
I'll handle this. No help from either of you, unless I call for it.
Let Julia Shokob return to her people.
She does not wish to return to her people.
It is Shoshone law.
Shoshone law. To kill an innocent woman?
This is not the white man's affair.
She came to us, asked for our help.
Give her back.
Chief Shokob forbade her to be sacrificed. We know that.
The gods demand it. Give her back. You refuse. The station will be burned and all within it killed. Every white man in Ruby Valley will be wiped out.
Wait. I need more time to think. Give me a little time.
When that rock is out of the shadow.
We've got less than an hour.
3 of us. Hold off that whole band.
We've plenty of ammunition.
A lot of good that'll do us, once they set fire to this station.
Keep your voice down.
We're about to be massacred. The cause of it all is asleep. man is right. This is none of our business.
We can't send an innocent girl to her death.
It's horrible, sure, but it's their custom. Why should we interfere?
She had no right coming here, putting us in this spot.
She was seeking sanctuary. Sanctuary, my foot. An animal hunting a hole.
Well, she's here now. And that's all there is to it.
Look, give her up, and they'll go away. Leave us in peace.
Is one squaw's life worth more than ours?
Is she worth more than all the white folk in Ruby Valley and beyond? You touch this off, and you started a full-scale war.
It's all the Indians need at a time like this. Like you said yourself just yesterday, they're half-starved and frozen.
I'm not turning her over.
If you're not, I am.
You'll have to get her by me.
There's two of us.
I can count, McCallum.
You the gods demanded a human life in sacrifice. They now have a life. The gods are appeased. Leave in peace. It is I, Washakie, your chief, who order you.
Whatever possessed you to run out and make a target of yourself?
I was afraid she'd be killed. Well, you know what I mean.
Sure. I will not forget what you have done for us. The peace that Shokab made with the white man will continue as long as I am chief.
Maybe by that time we'll all be used to being friends.
I hope.
That was the beginning of the end of the ancient Shoshone custom of human sacrifice. The young Shoshones in Ruby Valley today are hardly aware that it ever existed, though many of them are direct descendants of the squaw named Julia, who was saved from this fate by the white men of the Overland Station. Howdy. I'm the Old Ranger, and Death Valley's my stamping ground. Many's the tale of adventure I'm going to tell you about the Death Valley country. True stories, mind you. I can vouch for that. This story goes back more than 100 years to the great California gold rush of 1849. In the fall of that year, a small group of pioneers, too impatient to take the long loop southward from Salt Lake City to the Santa Fe Trail, left the main caravan and struck out due west. It was country no white man had ever crossed. But this shortcut, they figured, would save them a good 500 miles. And anything that would get them to the Rainbow's End quicker was worth the gamble. Among those who broke away, and by so doing was destined to go down in history, was a bunch of adventurous fellows who call themselves the Jayhawkers. Isabel Bennett, a Wisconsin farmer, his wife Sarah, and their family. James Arcane, a former storekeeper from the South, his son Charlie, and his wife Virginia. And a young frontiersman by the name of Louis Manley.
How about a drink of water for me, Virgie?
Whoa, whoa!
What's the trouble, Reinerson?
Well, some of us up front don't like the looks of this country. 2 days without a blade of grass. We're turning back.
How many wagons?
7. And I advise the rest of you to follow suit.
We're sticking. Aren't we, Sarah?
Whatever you say, Isabel.
The country is getting rougher. Perhaps we'd be wise not to go any farther.
Well, we've come this far. We might as well keep going.
Well, I'm turning back.
We're keeping on, Mr. Culverwell.
Half of the cussed outfit's mine, Mr. Fish.
Yep, but I own the front half, and all you can do is follow.
Well, pass the word along. Anybody who wants to join Reinerson is free to do so. Every man makes his own decisions. That is, with the exception of Culverwell and Fish. Well, good luck to you.
Good luck to you. So long.
Turn back!
The country became rougher and more barren with every mile. No signs of water, almost nothing for the animals to feed on. Then just when things began to look grim indeed, they came to a life-giving spring.
Now, this is how you do her, Charlie.
Thanks.
See? She's easy.
That's a mighty good whiplash you got there, Enoch. I'll buy it from you.
Oh, she ain't for sale. Ain't no amount of money that'd make me part with this here whip.
Instead of showing off, why aren't you helping me fix this harness, Mr. Fish?
Because my half don't need fixing, Mr. Culverwell.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. Hey, oh. Oh, oh.
Whoa, come on. His shoe is loose, and I can't get near enough to him to fix it.
Here, let me do it for you. Whoa, steady. 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 Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
I don't see why he stands so still for you.
He knows Lewis isn't afraid of him. Is there anything you can't do, Lewis?
It's all what you're used to.
That's right. Supposing he had to run a store now.
Nah, I couldn't stand that. Trapped behind a counter. I don't want anything between me and the rest of the world.
It's mighty handy sometimes. I'll miss it. Well, I'll take this back to Mr. Bennett.
The thing that puzzles me is how such a tenderfoot as him, you'll excuse my saying so, ever set out on such a journey in the first place.
I reckon I encouraged him. I like the things money can buy. Clothes and fun. I suppose you think that's being vain, silly.
Oh, no, ma'am. If I had a wife like you, I'd want her to like pretty things. I'd see that she got them.
How much longer are you folks aiming to tarry here, Bennett?
Oh, the women and children need rest, Ed.
We all do.
Well, us jayhawkers are getting impatient. We don't want to waste any more time. So we're pushing on.
You can't leave us.
Our food supply is getting mighty low. And the country up ahead don't look good.
Sure. No reason to hold them up because of us with families, Arcane.
How about you, Manley? You're unattached.
Thanks, Ed. But I'm sticking with the Arcanes. And the Bennetts.
How about you, fellas?
Yeah. No. I'm traveling fast as I care to already, Mr. Culverwell.
Well, now you're going to travel faster, Mr. Fish.
My half is staying here, Mr. Culverwell.
And mine's going on, Mr. Fish. Even if I have to cut the dad blame wagon in half.
Well, that suits me fine, Mr. Culverwell. Maybe we'll get rid of this dad-blasted argument.
Arguing? Will you listen to the big windjammer? Why, yeah.
Where would either one of you get with half a wagon? You might as well saw your animals in half.
Well, which is it?
I guess I got no choice but to stick with the ship.
And so the little party, reduced now to 3 wagons, continued on its way over the unknown trail. And with every mile, every yard, the going got rougher and drier. It was Christmas Day, 1849, when their wagons creaked slowly down a wash through a mountain canyon and came out into a narrow sink, the 4 of which from a distance looked to be lakes of blessed water, but which proved to be beds of burning salt. Across these flats, 300 feet below sea level, this little party crawled, mile after agonizing mile, their eyes and hopes fixed on the distant hills on the other side. No longer could they make 10 miles a day, or 9, or 8. Loads were lightened, possessions discarded. But the distant hills, when they finally reached them, were as unfriendly as those they had left behind. And it now took 4 animals to do the work of 2.
can't go no farther.
It's a dead end, all right.
We never should have taken that shortcut. Look where it's led us, straight into a trap. We should have turned back. We should have turned back. I wanted to. I wanted to.
Quiet. There's a way out of every place. We'll find it. One thing is certain. You can't abandon your wagons. Not with women and children in the party. You folks stay here, and I'll scout for a way through.
You know how much food we got left?
We'll pool it. Cut our rations down still further.
And have faith. I will lift mine eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Thy coming in and thy going out.
Amen.
After 2 days of scouting, Manley made his report.
Well, there's no way through it. We'll have to go back to the floor of the valley and go around.
You can't pull the wagons without horses.
What happened to them?
Broke loose last night.
We tried to track them, but it was too rocky.
Only thing left to do is for somebody to go out on foot and try to make it to the settlement and get some food and help.
Yeah, we'll draw straws to see who goes.
Never mind the straws. I'll go.
Isabel, no. I won't let you.
Now,
I've never interfered before. Ever since we started on this terrible journey, I've taken what came, done my part. But this is too much. Martha, our little girl, she's dying. If you leave her now, you'll never see her again.
Sarah, please.
I'll go.
I knew he would.
And I'll go.
You?
Why not?
2 would be better than 1, Arcane, but I don't think you'd ever make it.
If you can, I can.
But James, you're in no condition.
I'm as fit as anybody. When do we start?
Right now. But remember one thing. I won't be slowed up. Make a note of that peak yonder. Be a landmark to guide us on our way back. Get up.
I can't. I gotta rest.
So you're as fit as anybody. If Virgie could only see you now.
Salt, it'll kill you.
I don't care. It's water. Water.
All right, go ahead and drink it. Make your wife a widow. Yeah. I kind of like that idea.
I'll kill you, Manley. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
You have to catch me first. This man could catch me. Come on. Come on.
Night 7. 7 days they've been gone.
How long you figure we can hold out?
I told Manley 10, 15 at most. Martha any better?
Why should she be?
Look at her. Time like this.
Why not, if it takes her mind off things?
Sarah.
There's no sin in liking pretty clothes. I wish now I'd had more, when I had the chance. And more good times.
I'm hungrier than that, Mama.
Give him my share.
More.
We all get the same, Enoch.
I said more.
Put that whip down.
I'll trade it with you. For a hunk of meat. Just a little piece of meat.
Next.
It's a good whiplash. Look, made of the finest rawhide. Feel it. And try it.
Sorry, Enoch, there can be no exception.
Well, then give me my share of what's left right now. I'm striking out on foot.
You've lost your rudder, matey. Don't be a fool. How far do you think you can get by yourself? He never even argued. Give me my share. I'm going with him. Hey, matey! Hey, matey! Wait for me! I'm coming with you!
With only sheer determination driving them, Manley and Arcane struggled on.
You could have made it without me.
I doubt it.
Funny. I used to be scared of dying, but I'm not anymore. Except for Virgin and the boy. May he have mercy on him.
Do you think that he has any part in this?
Yeah, he's up there.
Then let's get as close to him as we can. And we'll be sure to find us.
Jim, look.
$18, $19, $20, $21. They've been gone 21 days, Papa.
"21 days.
And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him."
With horses and a pack mule laden with supplies, Manly and Arcane started back. But the horses gave out all too soon. So once more they traveled afoot, day after day, till at last they reached the mountains that form the western rim of the dreaded valley. If only they weren't too late.
She's still breathing. Just.
I never knew folks swelled up when they was starving. Her little body and her hands like claws. Asa, no!
Martha's dying, Sarah. She's got to have nourishment.
We've got 3 children to think of, not just one. We need the critters to take us out.
Out? We'll never get out. If they was coming back, they'd be here by now.
Oh, don't lose faith, Asa. Wait.
I've waited all I can stand.
You're not gonna kill him.
Your boy needs food, too.
I said you're not gonna kill him till Sarah says so.
Please, Asa.
Didn't wait.
Not a sign of life.
Looks bad.
They're here! Sarah, we'll come back. They're here.
Maggie, they've come. They're here! They've come! They're here!
Bless you. Oh, God bless you.
Thanks, Louis, for bringing him back.
Shucks, ma'am. He brought himself back. He's a real man. Goodbye, Death Valley.
Manly Beacon, this peak is called today. An enduring symbol of the courage, faith, and loyalty that brings men through. And that is a true story of how Death Valley got its name. And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. You've all heard about marriages of convenience, and I guess that's how you'd rate this one. Except that it really wasn't a marriage at all. What I mean is, well, suppose I let you hear the story for yourself. It's called Husband Pro Tem. And it's laid back in the 1880s, where the first railroads were being built across the great American desert.
I told you in my telegram, Mr. Phelps, that I couldn't help you. You've just wasted your time coming out here to see me in person.
I never waste my time, Major Lewis, and I never accept a man's refusal without good and sufficient reason.
I gave you my reasons.
Which I refuse to accept. This railroad is for the good of the whole country. And it seems to me that the government should be very happy to cooperate in its building.
The government is, but unfortunately the Indians aren't. I haven't enough troops in this garrison to patrol your right-of-way and protect your construction work.
If you'd run the line south of here like I suggested, Mr. Phelps, you wouldn't have any trouble with the Indians.
No, but I'd add 200 miles of the cost. I'm not giving up on this problem yet. There's a way to solve it somehow.
There might be at that. Make your own treaty with Black Hawk, their chief.
Treaty?
Yes. If you could convince him that all you wanted to do was to cross their territory, well, he might,
An excellent suggestion, Major. I told you there was a solution. Get Black Hawk here at once. Tell him I want to talk with him.
It isn't that easy. Black Hawk and I are not exactly on speaking terms. In fact, we've been playing hide and seek for several months. There's only one man I know who could bring you and Black Hawk together.
Andy Prentice?
Who's he?
He's a mining engineer. Has some claims scattered around the country. Seems to be on pretty good terms with the Indians. Let him come and go as he pleases.
Where can I find him?
Well, if Andy's in town, you can usually find him in the back room of Townsend's tonsorial parlor.
Oh, I washed my socks in the Pecos and rinsed them in the Cimarron.
You know, Dobie, there's nothing like a hot bath to make a man feel like he hasn't got a care in the world.
Yeah, but I wish Townsend would change this water oftener. I bet this is the same stuff we used 2 weeks ago.
Well, it might help some if you'd quit washing your socks in it. Man or woman?
Man.
Come on in.
Prentice, I want you to meet Mr. Phelps.
Howdy. Come for a bath? Dobie and I'll be through here pronto.
No, I don't want a bath. I'm Alonzo Phelps, Vice President in charge of construction for the A&P Railroad. That's my private car out there on the siding.
Yeah, you sound like a pretty big man.
I am, and I'm also a man of action. I don't believe in sitting behind a desk and pushing buttons when there's a job to be done. Get out and do it. That's my motto.
Well, I never had a chance to sit behind a desk and punch buttons, but I imagine that'd be...
I don't believe in beating around the bush either. That's another motto of mine. Come to the point. And the point is, I want you to arrange a conference with Black Hawk for me.
With Black Hawk?
About his unreasonable objections to railroad construction.
Unreasonable? The Indians have owned that land for hundreds of years. Generally speaking, all the white man has brought them is trouble. He's killed their game, settled on their land, and broken their laws. All in all, he's been pretty obnoxious. So now you come along and start tearing things up. Now, how would you feel?
I feel if I explain to him that all I want to do is cross his territory, he'd stop his confounded interference.
Is that all you want?
Certainly.
Well, it's worth a try. Just so happens I'm heading in that direction tomorrow to look at some claims. I'll take you along.
Good.
Ridiculous. I mean,
Well, going out there would be too dangerous, Mr. Phelps. Indians can be treacherous.
So can a white man. She'll be all right with me if you do as I say.
When do we start?
Dawn tomorrow morning. Meet me at the livery stable.
I'll be there.
Oh, there'll be a $1,000 charge for this little service.
$1,000? That's a pretty big fee.
Well, you're a pretty big man.
Well, we're all ready. Had the things brought here to speed up the operation.
You planning on taking all of this? Wall tents, camp cots, folding chairs, fancy groceries.
Looks like we're going on a safari.
Safari's what?
You got enough stuff here for a half a dozen people, Mr. Phelps.
That's how many there'll be.
What?
My wife and daughter are going along.
Well, here we are. Oh, are these the two natives who are going to guide us? I'm Mrs. Phelps. This is my daughter, Evelyn. Isn't it thrilling? I've always wanted to get close to nature. I'm a great disciple of Rousseau. Or is it Thoreau? I never could keep those two straight. What's your name?
Rousseau. Dobie, ma'am.
Dobie? That's an odd name.
Well, you see, it's a nickname.
I'm sorry to throw cold water on your fun, Miss Phelps, but I'm afraid you ladies can't go along.
Why not?
This is a business trip and not a pleasure tour. Women only get in the way.
That's exactly what I said, Prentice. Besides, there's a certain amount of danger. If anything happened to you, Miss Evelyn, I'd never forgive myself.
There's no more danger to me than to Father. And where Father goes, I go, Mr. Prentice.
Well, not this time.
Yes, this time, too.
And so the party headed out into the desert, with Andy leading the way and Dobie bringing up the rear, and Otis riding careful herd on Evelyn. All day, Andy pushed steadily onward, with the country growing more forbidding with every mile. On the afternoon of the second day, Andy called a halt.
End of the line. We'll camp here.
Where are the Indians?
They're all around you.
I don't see any.
Oh, they see you. They've been following us and watching us since early this morning.
Gracious.
Dobie! Drop it here. We'll make camp. Want to send word to Black Hawk that we want a powwow. Where are you going?
With you. I want to see how you send messages to Indians.
I appreciate your curiosity. This is no time to satisfy. Now you go back with the others.
Don't order me around, Mr. Prentice. I go where I please.
Yes, ma'am. Tell your chief, Black Hawk, that his brother, White Wolf, has brought the big chief of Iron Horse for a powwow. We will wait here.
You think you can put it over for Mr. Phelps?
Oh, I think so.
I'll give you $5,000 if you don't.
If I don't?
I want that railroad to go the southern route.
Didn't know you owned property down that way.
I don't. But some friends of mine do.
Oh.
Is it a deal?
Well, I only work for one man at a time, Otis. And I got a job.
The Indian wasted no time getting Andy's message to Black Hawk, and the chief wasted no time in acting on it.
Now what?
We're going for a ride.
No, you're not. I told everybody to stay close to camp, and I meant it.
If you expect us to sit around twiddling our thumbs while we wait for your red friend to show up.
That's exactly what I expect.
High and mighty, Mr. Prentice. I ought to punch him in the nose.
Why don't you?
Well, I would, except you might refuse to help your father then.
Look!
They're all around us.
Good to see my brother again.
Yes, it is good.
I feel just like Christopher Columbus. How?
These people are my friends. They have traveled far. Many suns.
Many sleeps.
This man. He is the big chief of the Iron Horse.
Yes, Big Chief Iron Horse.
Black Hawk is enemy to Iron Horse.
Oh, you mean you get car sick? So do I. But if you'll take a teaspoonful of...
I'll do the talking. I understand my brother's feelings. But I speak with straight tongue when I tell you the Iron Horse will not harm your people. The White Chief only wishes to cross your country as the canoe crosses the river.
It is hard, White Wolf, for Black Hawk to hold his anger at talk of Iron Horse. It is well these people are friends to White Wolf. I will call a council. Tell my people what my brother has said.
Tell them also, the White Chief will give 100 horses loaded with trade goods, if they agree.
50 horses.
100 horses. I have spoken.
And I will give you this.
No.
I will if I please. Here.
Shouldn't have done that.
I'm getting a little tired of you telling me what I should and shouldn't do, Mr. Prentice.
But you don't understand. When a squaw gives an Indian brave a gift...
For your information, I do not happen to be a squaw. Just picking some flowers. Aren't they pretty? Well, you're welcome. Oh, no, thank you. I'm not cold. Well, I guess I better be going now. It's getting awfully late. Goodness!
What's the matter?
He was following me.
Who?
That awful Indian, Black Hawk. Why, he's gone. He must have seen you coming.
Thought I told you to stay close to camp.
Now, what are you doing out here alone?
I was just taking a walk and picking some wildflowers, and then all of a sudden, there he was. I showed them to him, and he took them.
Took them?
Yes. And then he tried to put his blanket around me.
Little idiot, you're going to get us in a mess yet.
I didn't do anything.
Except smile at him, make up to him like you do every man you meet.
Why, Mr. Prentice, I believe you're jealous.
Don't flatter yourself. You're not going to add my scalp to your collection. Now get on my horse.
I'll walk. Stop it! Let me down this instant! Let me down! Don't you dare!
Thinking Evelyn would behave herself after her scare, and that her refusal to accept Black Hawk's blanket would discourage the chief's interest in her, Andy left Dobie in charge of the camp and set out to inspect some of his mining property, planning to return the next day. That night,
ridiculous thing I've ever heard of.
Well, nevertheless, it's true. Black Hawk wants you for his squaw. These ponies are the price he offered. When your father brought them in, he accepted it. Dobie, you should have stopped Mr. Phelps.
But he done it before I noted, Andy.
I thought the Indian was just trying to be friendly.
Of all the effrontery, that heathen savage expecting you to live in a wagwim or a PT or whatever you call it.
If this is your idea of a joke, Prentice, it's a pretty bad one.
I was never more serious in my life. And so is Black Hawk. He wants Miss Evelyn, and he means business.
It's preposterous.
Not according to Indian custom. He took a shine to Miss Evelyn. She gave every indication that she liked him. Now you've given your consent. It's as simple as that.
I know. We'll put the ponies back where Father found them.
It's too late. He's been watching, you can be sure of it.
Then we'll gather up our things and flee from here with the speed of the wind.
We could never outrun him, but only make matters worse. He wants your daughter.
Stop saying that.
Well, here he comes now. He's got a pony to take you back on.
Mercy! What'll I do?
I know. Tell him that you're already married and have a husband. That this has all been a mistake. You didn't understand.
By Jove, that's the answer. I knew you were a smart young man.
Mr. Otis, you've cut the Gordian knot.
Do you think he'll believe it?
I'll give you my wedding ring to wear as proof.
And I will be very happy to serve as your husband pro tem, with the hope that when this is all over, I can make the temporary part of it permanent. May I?
Yes.
I bring words from council. When Big Chief of Iron Horse gives 100 horses and trade goods, Iron Horse can cross Indian country as canoe crosses river.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now Black Hawk take White Squaw back with him.
Hear me speak.
I'll tell him. White Squaw did not understand ways of Indians. She gave presents to Black Hawk only as a friend. She already has a husband.
What Black Hawk wants, he takes.
Wait.
I ask Black Hawk to obey the white man's law, as I obey the Indian's law. White man's law says Squaw can only have one husband. Black Hawk hears his brother's words and will not break white man's law. Black Hawk will fight husband of Squaw to death. And she have only one husband, Black Hawk. Which man is Squaw's husband? Spoken. But my heart is heavy that I fight my friend who is like a brother. But desire for Squaw is much stronger. My heart is with my brother. One knife. One knife.
No, Andy, no, I won't let you. Tell him the truth.
Be quiet. This is your only way out.
You coward.
Kill my brother. It is no dishonor to lose to White Wolf. His courage and strength has been proven many times. I am...
Oh, Andy.
Nice going, partner. My boy, I can never repay you.
Horatio was never more wonderful when he stood on the viaduct or the aqueduct or the bridge or whatever it was.
Here, now, take it easy. I was just your husband pro tem.
You're not going to stay pro tem much longer.
And that's the story of husband pro tem. Or as a friend of mine put it, the story of the girl who was rescued from the Indian and married the engineer. And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. Of all the bandits in the gold rush days, the one who struck most terror to the heart was Joaquin Murrieta. The trail he left behind was marked with blood and echoed the length of California with his famous war cry.
I am Joaquin!
Some say that circumstances forced Joaquin into his infamous reign of murder and plunder. Others that he took to it naturally. I leave that for historians to debate. But few will argue that any bandit has ever been more merciless. And no ranch, no mining camp, no town was safe from his sudden raids.
And the red stains on the sidewalk of Sonora will not soon be forgotten. It's terrible. I've never heard of such brutality, murdering those men in cold blood. I'm so thankful you're a sea captain, Stephen.
Kind of a freshwater captain these days, traveling up and down the Sacramento River.
Well, that's better than making your living in the mountains with men like Joaquin Murrieta at large and his awful three-fingered friend Garcia.
You shouldn't read those stories, darling. Nor you either, baby.
Oh, it's time for her to go to bed.
Oh, let her stay up a little longer. My one night home.
Oh, you'll spoil her, Stephen.
I see so little of her. First thing you know, she'll be a young lady and we'll hardly be acquainted.
Oh, at the rate you're going, you'll be able to have enough money to retire soon. Full passenger list, every trip up to the mines.
And just as many coming back, loaded with gold. Oh, I'm not complaining, dear. I just wished I could take Nita with me. Could I, Ann?
Stephen.
Just this once. It'll only be for a week.
Well, who would take care of her?
The captain. She can sleep right in my cabin.
I don't like the idea, Stephen.
What could possibly happen? She's perfectly at home on a boat. She'd have the time of her life. And you'd get a chance to rest.
Oh, very well.
That's my girl. Spoken like a true captain's wife. And when we get home, we'll tell Mama what a good girl you've been. And then maybe she'll let you come with me. And then maybe she'll let you come with me again. Now in with you. Oops. We almost forgot your prayers. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Amen. Now to bed with you. Good night, my precious. Sweet dreams.
Get the little lady all tucked away, Captain?
Yep. Snug as a bug.
I got a couple of kids of my own back in Ohio. And you know what I'm sending them and their ma? More than $8,000 in dust.
I wouldn't advertise the fact, my friend.
Don't you worry none about me, Captain. I pack a 45. And when we get to Frisco, I'm taking this stuff direct to Wells Fargo.
There's a rowboat out there.
Some poor duffer rowing himself all the way up the river to the diggings. I sure don't envy him none.
Seems to be more than one man in the boat.
Yeah, at least 3. Well, at least you'll have some help with the...
What is the meaning of this?
You
You are the Capitan, yes?
I am. And I might point out that it's etiquette to hail a ship before you board her.
Mariette. I am all king.
Fool gringo. Let's go. It's for my missus and kids, please.
I will take good care of it.
You have much gold in there, eh?
There is nobody else left to kill Joaquin.
Está bueno.
You know, amigo, this is better than robbing stagecoaches. Look, more people, more gold. There is so much the men cannot carry it all. Caramba, a baby.
She is sleeping. What are we to do with her?
What is there to do but to leave her where she is?
On a drifting ship? It might hit something and sink. Then she would drown.
See, it is better we kill her now.
No.
One quick thrust, she will never know.
Put that dagger back, you three-fingered butcher. We will take her with us.
Joaquin. There's a steamer coming up the river.
We must leave quickly. I will carry her. You pack her clothes and that.
And after we get her ashore, what then?
I will decide.
I do not like it.
It is what I like that matters. Bring that. It is all right, Ninita. You are quite safe.
Safe. In the arms of Joaquin Murrieta. Caramba.
Oh, no. No. Oh, Chico.
It was a massacre. A vicious, cold-blooded massacre. Every soul on board. I know how you must feel, Mrs. Dix, but you have one consolation. You know he died bravely.
Where is he?
They've taken him to the undertaking, Paula.
And my baby?
Baby.
My little girl, Anita. She was with him. He begged me to take her along, and I let him. No. I let him.
There was no baby aboard.
Are you sure?
Positive. We searched that ship from stem to stern.
Oh, then she's alive. They've taken her with them.
Knowing Murrieta, it isn't likely.
I know what you're thinking, but that's not true. She's alive. And I'm going to find her. If it takes me the rest of my life, I'm going to find her.
I am sorry if I frighten you, Reverend Mother. I come to inquire about a little girl who was left here one night last year. She was hardly more than a baby, with dark hair, flashing eyes, and...
You must mean Angelica.
She is still here at the convent?
Why do you ask?
To give you this. For her care.
You are the father. How then do you know about this child?
I am Joaquin!
I see they've increased the reward.
Yes, and every week brings news of fresh crimes he's committed.
Well, I'd pay that much and more to find my child.
I'm sorry I can't help you, ma'am.
Well, if she isn't here, then I'll try the next camp.
Yes, ma'am.
You and your rangers are on the trail of Joaquin Murrieta.
You're mistaken, ma'am. We're on our way to Los Angeles.
You can trust me not to breathe a word. I have every reason to long for Murrieta's capture. I'm Mrs. Dix,
The widow of Captain Dix?
and the mother of the little girl whom Murrieta stole. I've been searching for her ever since. Traveling from camp to camp, asking everyone I meet, but there's only one person in this world who knows where she is. That's Murrieta himself.
Yes, Mrs. Dix, we are on his trail. His former sweetheart has tipped us off to his hideout.
Capture him alive so I can question him. It's my only hope, Captain Love.
We'll do our best, ma'am. Off to the right is the Arroyo de Cantua. That's where Murrieta's hiding out. Don't look around now because they're sure to be watching.
Do we stick to the plan you told us?
Yes. We'll continue to ride until nightfall, and then we'll double back and surprise them at dawn.
They just stopped to fix a saddle.
I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee, and I'm going to California, my Susanna, for to see. It rained all night today. I left. The weather was so dry.
Not even one look do they give toward the canyon.
It is true, then, what my spies have reported. They are riding to Los Angeles.
Rangers!
Put up your hands. Where's Joaquin?
There goes Joaquin!
Yes, devil take his soul.
Garcia, too.
Good job, Captain. Everybody in California will be grateful.
Not everybody, I'm afraid.
saw you ride up Captain Love. You brought him back.
Yes, ma'am. In part, his head.
His head?
To prove to folks that Joaquin Murrieta is really dead.
And you killed him.
We had no choice, Mrs. Dix.
I felt so sure that at last... I prayed so hard.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Dix. Believe me.
If only I could have had one little moment with him. And now it may take me years.
You're not going to keep on looking for your little girl, are you?
All my life, if I must. As long as God gives me the strength.
Excuse me, ma'am. Are you the widow Dix?
Why, yes.
The agent at the stage depot said I'd probably find you over here. I sure am glad to have overhauled you at last.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
You ever hear your husband speak of Tarpaulin Tom?
You knew my husband?
My skipper, ma'am. That's why I was bound to get this information to you.
What information? My baby. Is it about my baby?
She ain't a baby anymore, ma'am. She must be all 8 or 9 by now.
Tell me, where is she?
I've been in your wake all over California, but always you kept just one move ahead of me.
Where is she?
Oh, it cost me plenty, believe me. Oh, not that I begrudge the money, but, well, for a poor seafaring man...
I'll repay you gladly. Here, take it.
Oh, ma'am.
It's all I've got, but you're welcome to it.
Oh, well, if you insist...
Now tell me, where can I find her?
You write to this address in Angel's Camp.
Right. I'll go there by the next stage. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Glad to help you, ma'am.
Baldy, what time does the next stage leave for Angel's Camp?
Angel's Camp? Now, Miss Dix, you ain't picking up again.
For the last time, Baldy. I found her. She's in Angel's Camp. I have the address right here.
Well, I'll be darned.
Let me have a ticket, will you? Oh, I forgot. My money's all gone. I have exactly 1 cent left.
That's hardly enough to get you to Angel's Camp.
I was so stupid. Well, I was so excited. I want to thank you for telling him I was at the convent.
Telling who?
The man who gave me the information. He knew my husband, sailed with him.
I didn't talk to anybody about you, Mrs. Dix.
You didn't?
What did he look like?
Well, he was a smallish man. Sailor's clothes. Big bushy eyebrows.
And a face like a ferret? That's Greasy Grimes, one of the worst sharpers in California. But this is the lowest trick he's pulled yet.
Then this address is...
She's not there.
You fool. A fool to believe him, a fool to think I'd ever find her. She's dead. Murrieta killed her just as she killed my husband. The whole world is full of wicked people. Sometimes I wonder if they just haven't God at all. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Now I'm a wicked person myself.
I don't blame you, ma'am, for losing your faith.
Oh, God, forgive me.
Where are you going?
To burn one last candle for my child.
So you do still believe?
I still believe.
You come here often, my daughter.
Whenever I'm passing through the town.
You don't live in Stockton?
I live nowhere. I spend my life in a constant search for my child. She was lost when my husband's ship was attacked by Joaquin Murrieta.
Murrieta?
The bandit. He's dead now. This happened years ago in 52.
What time of the year?
Early autumn. Why?
How old was she?
15 months. She was just beginning to walk. She had on her first pair of shoes. Brown kid with buttons.
Little girls are such a joy to dress. Sometimes we have donations. Let me show you some of the clothes.
Please, no.
It will take Only a moment. Please wait. Here is one dress. And a little petticoat.
How did you get them?
They were left here.
When? By whom? And her satchel. These are her clothes, my baby's.
Are you sure?
Well, I made them myself. And her shoes. Her shoes, didn't I tell you? They're brown with buttons.
She was wearing them that night when I found her at the gate.
Dead?
Very much alive.
Well, what happened to her? Where did she go from here?
Fetch Angelica.
Angelica?
That is the name we gave her.
Oh, and I wondered if there really was a God.
You were looking for me, Mother?
And she has found you at last.
The little girl of our story, Anita Diggs, grew up and married Joseph Riley, who had come around the Horn to California from Kentucky. And it was from her grandson, Joe Riley of Bishop, California, that I got this true story of Death Valley days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger with an exciting new story of real life in the Old West. Back in 1876, Texas was a hotbed of frontier action. The hostile Apaches burning, killing, fighting to save their homeland from the invading white settlers. On one occasion, a band of warriors intent on massacre swept down on a cavalry patrol. The gallant troopers repulsed the attack and drove them off, pursuing them into the hills. Many Apache prisoners were taken. And it is about one of them that we tell our story. The story of Indian Emily.
Major, your report.
We were ambushed while patrolling Olympia Canyon. We repulsed the attack, inflicting many losses. Then we broke up their camp. Our losses, 3 dead, 7 wounded. We took many prisoners. Further pursuit of the enemy into the hills seemed futile. I ordered the column to return.
What about that squaw? Was she in the battle too?
Oh, no, sir. When we broke up their camp and chased them into the hills, she fell from her horse and struck her head. I couldn't leave her out there in that condition, sir.
Yes. Well, dismiss your company. See to your horses and your wounded. I'll want more details later.
Yes, sir.
Dismount! Dismissed.
Lieutenant, take charge of those prisoners.
Yes, sir.
Mangy-looking lot, aren't they?
As you say, sir. Mangy looking.
Lock them up. But don't turn your back on them.
Yes, sir. She's just a girl. Untie her, Scrag.
I'd leave her hog-tied if I was you, Lieutenant. She's injured.
Untie her. That's an order, Scrag.
Give her to me, Lieutenant. Yep, I know just what to do with a squaw.
Why, she's just a child.
She's hurt, Mother. Hurt bad, I'm afraid.
Well, you did right to bring her here, son. Take her into my room.
I'd better get the doctor.
Just a minute. He must be busy with the wounded. You get some soap, hot water, and the medicine box. This child needs some cleaning up.
Colonel, come in, sir.
Lieutenant, I came to discuss that Indian girl. People on the post are very upset that there's an Apache on the loose. She's a prisoner and she should be incarcerated.
Nonsense, Colonel.
Ma'am?
She's not a criminal. She's just a child. I'm not sure she even knows what it's all about.
No, I doubt that, ma'am. These savages are very canny. You have to watch them every minute.
Are you implying that this girl is a threat to the safety of Fort Davis?
Why, no, ma'am, but she is an Indian and she's a prisoner of war. Now, I suggest you allow us to look after the Army's business of retaining hostiles.
Come with me, Colonel. There, Colonel, is the canny savage. The murdering hostile who is causing you and the good people of Fort Davis such concern.
Yes, she does look rather young and harmless enough. But if she causes any trouble...
I shall take full responsibility.
Yes, well, good night, ma'am.
Good night, sir.
Ma'am.
Oh, Mother, I'm proud of you. The way you stood up to the Colonel.
Nonsense. He's just a man.
Maybe I ought to get the doctor.
I'm sure I can take care of her. There now. You're going to be all right. Just lie back and rest.
How's Sukkot to get here?
She speaks. You were hurt. We'll take care of you. Make you well again.
Pasukatu no stay Whiteface house.
If you don't want to stay, you may go. But first you must get well. You understand?
You blue coat squaw?
He is my son, Lieutenant Easton.
Him. Good Bluecoat. Pasukatu stay. Little time.
But 6 months later, the Indian girl was still at the fort.
Shirt. Shirt. Sock. Oh, 2 times.
Very good, Pasukatu. That is very good.
Very good. Is better than good?
Correct.
Soon you'll be perfect.
Lieutenant Tom, be perfect is better than good?
Right.
Come along now, girl. Perfect is a long way off for all of us.
A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. Proverbs 22, number 1. Mr. Lieutenant Tom, Pasukatu would like to choose good name, like it says in the Bible.
You mean something shorter?
I've thought for a long time she should have a Christian name.
That is what I mean.
Good girl.
What name I have?
What name would you like? Helen? Mary? Maud?
Of all the names that sing with music, I would best like to be called Emily.
Why, that's my name. But there are other, more beautiful names.
But none so close to my heart.
I am very proud and happy. From this moment on, Pasukatu shall be called Emily.
Oh.
And I have something for an occasion like this. For you, Emily.
Mr. Lieutenant Tom is so wonderful with men.
Yes, dear, he is wonderful with the men. What is it, Emily? What's the matter?
The brown hen. The brown hen is missing. And Mr. Lieutenant Tom must have it for dinner. It must be recaptured.
What's your hurry? You're pretty uppity, ain't you?
Let go of me.
You can change your name and the way you dress, but there's one thing you can't change. You're still an Injun squaw. I know how to treat squaw.
Let go of me.
Keep your hands off her.
You plan on saving her for yourself, Lieutenant?
I got a letter from Mary today.
Oh, no wonder you look pleased.
Her father's got his orders. He'll be arriving about the 15th of May.
Why, that's only...
5 months, 17 days. What's this?
I have made soft shoes for Mr. Lieutenant Tom. A man long in the saddle of the hard-backed horse seeks comfort on his arrival home.
Hey, wait a minute. You're very kind, Emily, but... Well, a man from the hard-backed horse doesn't need soft shoes. Well, I thank you all the same, Emily. And the shoes are nice. Very nice. I tell you what. I will take my pipe.
That Lieutenant Tom of yours is eating better than the Colonel. It's going to be hard on the girl he marries.
But the Colonel is married.
Well, I mean Lieutenant Tom. Well, that must be that Nelson party that's arrived.
The new captain. Lieutenant Tom rode out to meet him.
Captain Nelson.
Colonel?
Welcome to the post.
I want you to meet my daughter, Mary. Mary, this is Colonel Merritt.
I'm delighted to know you. Well, Captain.
Well, Mary, this is Fort Davis, end of the line.
I thought I'd never get here.
I'd have gone all the way to Washington to escort you if they'd let me.
Oh.
Emily, come over here. Someone I want you to meet. Miss Mary Nelson, Miss Emily. Miss Emily.
How do you do? She doesn't speak English?
Oh, sure she does. She was just struck dumb by the sight of anyone as pretty as you.
Oh.
Scragg, you say there's a buildup going on in this area. What do you think that means?
Well, I ain't sure, Colonel, but it don't look good.
Well, those devils are up to something. Their raids have been increasing lately, and they're becoming more daring.
Almost as if someone was giving them news when the troops were the smallest. Wouldn't you say so, Lieutenant?
I don't know what you mean by that, Scragg.
Don't you?
Scragg, what are you implying?
Oh, I ain't implying nothing, Colonel. Just that if there was an Injun spy inside of the fort, well...
Now, just a minute.
Now, just a minute, gentlemen. Mr. Scragg seems to believe that Emily is betraying us. I don't believe it. You may go, Scragg.
Sir,
I'm sorry about that, Easton, but Scragg is... Well, you know Scragg. He's a good scout, or I wouldn't have him on the fort.
Yes, sir.
However, we must take all precautions. Fort Davis is already outnumbered by these Apaches. You will double all guard and sentry duty. All traveling patrols will remain within signaling distance of the fort. You will post a guard inside and outside the fort. That's an order.
Yes, sir.
Tom? I'm not too worried.
I'd trust Emily with my life, sir.
I'm sure you would, Lieutenant.
You'll be coming for dinner tonight, sir?
I certainly will. I've heard about the food at your place.
Good afternoon, sir.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, Emily. Oh, thank you so much. You know, this is one of the nicest punches I've ever tasted. I wish you'd give my
Attention! Attention, please. I have an announcement to make. This daughter of mine likes the Army so much, she's joining up for life. I have the great pleasure of announcing my daughter Mary's engagement to Lieutenant Thomas Easton.
Well, congratulations, Tom. I think that's just wonderful. Mary, you got yourself one of the finest young men I've ever met. Captain, I think you... Congratulations, Tom.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Enjoyed
Good
it.
night. Good night.
Hi, sir.
Emily? Emily? Tom, she's not here.
Where could she be? I'll take a look around. She's not outside. Where could she... Mother, what's wrong?
She's gone, Tom. She's left us.
What do you mean, left us? She can't leave the fort.
Emily would have found a way.
But why? Why should she leave?
You don't know. You honestly don't know, do you?
Why should I know?
Tom, Emily is in love with you.
In love? With me? Little Parsacatu.
Pasokatu finds it hard to forget the ways of the white man.
My nights are filled with shadows, mother of my mother. I cannot wash them away.
5 moons have come and gone, and you still think on the blue coat man. Speak not for the ears of the chief to hear. There is much hate for the blue coats.
We're all of the same heart?
Oh.
Take position. North. South. 3 times sun. Strike fort. Kill all the blue coats.
Did you hear anything?
Yeah. It's an engine. I can just smell him.
What goes up there? We hit somebody. Emily. It's Emily, Indian Emily.
Mr. Lieutenant Tom, I have come to see Mr. Lieutenant Tom.
Just lay right there. Guard! Guard! It's Indian Emily. She's come back. Get a stretcher and get Lieutenant Easton on the double.
Emily? Emily? The Colonel is here.
Mr. Lieutenant Tom. I have come from the campfires of my people to tell their plan. My ears have heard unhappy words, many warriors, many guns. At first corner of sun they come. Many bluecoat die.
Send messengers to recall all patrols. Emily, good girl. You've done us a great service. You're a very brave girl, and we're very grateful.
I'm sorry. Honest, Emily. Emily, I didn't know it was you.
Mr. Lieutenant Tom, I could not let you die. Gave him a good blue coat.
The Apaches came as they had planned, but thanks to Emily's warning, the fort was prepared and repulsed the attack. Indian Emily was buried with full military honors. She was buried in a grave just outside the fort that she had so gallantly saved. But Indian Emily's story did not end in that tiny, shallow grave. The drama of great romance and sacrifice so endeared her to the state of Texas that they have erected this monument in her memory at Fort Davis in Jefferson Davis County. The plaque tells her story. And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. I was looking at a picture in the newspaper the other day, maybe you saw it, of our 20-mule team outfit drawn up alongside of one of our newest jet planes. And it struck me all over again that the 20-mule team is still mighty big in the big world of today. Imagine then what its impact must have been in the sparse desert settlement of Mojave back in the year 1883. That's the time and the place where this story opens. A story I call Jerk Line Jitters. This man is Len Keeler, Long Line Skinner, who drives one of the big teams on the long haul between Mojave and Death Valley. He's king of the outfit, an expert with the black snake and the jerk line.
The jerk line is this here rope that I use to telegraph my orders to the lead mules, 100 feet ahead of me and out of sight completely, going around bends in the mountains. It takes a lot of know-how to handle 20 animals and the biggest wagons in the world. But between you and me, it's a lot easier than managing my 20-year-old daughter, Enid, who keeps house for me. She's got more suitors than she can shake a stick at.
It's Father who shakes a big stick at him, believe me. There isn't a one of them he thinks worthy of being his son-in-law. Not even Brad Tyson. I suspect that's why he's encouraged Brad to take this new job as swamper on the big team. He knew it would keep him away from Mojave and me for 3 weeks at a stretch.
And only a day's layover when I do hit town. What a grind. A 330-mile round trip. Those critters never getting out of a walk once. Mr. Perry, the company superintendent, warned me when he hired me.
Sure, Brad's all right. But he's a chap always looking for excitement. I told him he'd be disappointed. Swamping on the big team is one of the loneliest jobs in the world.
Well, young fella, take a last good look around. For there's nothing more to see between here and Death Valley. Lamb?
Once I seen a coyote chasing a jackrabbit. It was so hot they was both walking.
Better change your mind, Brad, and stay here in Mojave.
It's too late. We're pushing off. Goodbye, honey.
Don't I get a kiss?
Sure. Close your eyes.
Why, you...
Hey, come aboard!
Coming!
Chang, what's holding you up? The men are waiting to hear the dinner bell. Oh, it's all cooked already. Now get busy and dish it up, and I'll go call them in. Chang! What's wrong with you, Chang? Now, what's everything is all right, Chang? Everything is all right now, Chang. Okay.
What in thunders?
Poor man with loco. The desert does that to some people.
Shall I tie him up?
No, he's quiet now.
I've noticed he's been acting queer lately. Kind of morose and suspicious.
Yeah, too much desert.
If this was Paris, France, I couldn't be gladder to see a place. I've never spent 10 deadlier days in my life.
The trip back won't be no different, except for the load we haul.
Doesn't anything ever happen? A mule gets sick, a wagon break down?
Not so far.
Don't see how you stand it.
You will.
Hi, Lem. What kind of a trip you have?
Same as usual.
Good.
Meet my new swamper, Brad Tyson.
Brad, glad to know you. Pleasure. Come on in, wash the dirt down.
I'd like to get the poor fellow out of here before he gets out of his mind again.
There's lots of company I'd rather have aboard for 10 days.
Oh, he won't cause you any trouble once he's headed for home.
I guess I don't have any choice. Have him ready in the morning.
Thanks, Lem.
All right, Chang, alley-oop. I'll toss your bundle up to you. Chang, you'll take a nice trip back to Mojave.
All right, Chang, all right. Now, you take it easy. Get up aboard.
Perry will see that he's taken care of, Lem. And ask him to send us in a new cook as soon as he can, will you?
Sure. Well, so long.
Good luck.
Did you check the kitchen knives?
Yeah, he's not armed. They won't have any trouble with him. I hope.
Shut up, Chang. Shut up, Chang. You're disturbing the animals. Will you cut it out?
What are you trying to do? Kill us all?
Calm down, Chang. Chang, calm down. Calm down. It's okay, Chang.
Move him back in the rear wagon with you so you can ride herd on him.
Come on, Chang, please. Come on. Come on, Chang. There now, you feel better, don't you?
Hey, up you! Jerry!
Too bad. Chan won't eat anything.
Well, if you don't want to eat, best not try to make him. Stow the gear. Chang, come on. Get aboard. Chang, we're leaving. I'll go try and coax him. I don't want to get him riled. Come on, Chang. You want to get aboard the big wagon, ride topside? You're a good fella. How'd he get his hands on that? Stow it away. And get a rope. We'll truss him up. Up you come. Come on. Quick! Having some trouble in the Paiute village. About to burn the squaw to death. His squaw. You lead the way. Stop! Put that fire out! Stay away, white man! What's the big idea? She witch! Untie her, turn her loose. Take those straw off of her. She witch! Now you listen to me. My company, me, big boss that valley. Own mountains, water, sky, everything.
5 big team, 10, 20 mule.
You burn that squaw? We bring lightning down, strike you dead. Every last Paiute. Now turn her loose, savvy? Turn her loose.
I take my hat off to you, sir, the way you dealt with them Injuns.
Well, you did all right yourself putting out that fire. Let's get rolling.
Hey, our passenger's gone!
What?
Yep, rope and all.
Well, he couldn't have got very far. Take a look on the other side. Chang! Hey, Chang!
Chang, where are you?
Chang! Hey, Chang!
Chang!
Chang! Confound you, Chang! Answer me! Chang!
Hey, Chang!
Oh! Chang! Chang! Hey, Chang!
There's no sign of him.
Well, he's got to be around here someplace. Trouble is, it's going to be dark before too long.
Maybe we can overtake him. Maybe he came to and started looking for a hobby.
Oh, he won't have a chance out here in all this heat. No food or water?
It's my fault, sir. I should have tied him up tighter.
He was put in my charge. I'm the one who'll be held responsible. Have to answer to Perry.
Well, tell him the truth. Tell him what to say for squaw.
And lost a company employee. Perry himself hired him. He's going to take a pretty dim view of the whole matter.
Did you have a nice trip?
Well, we're here.
Never a dull moment. Wait till I see Perry. You know the
What there is to report, I'll report, and it can wait till morning. I'll take care of the mules. Then I'm going over to the Oasis and wash some of the alkali out of my throat. Deal me in.
Maybe you'd better drop out, Lem. This ain't your night to howl.
I'm sticking.
You ain't got a Chinaman's chance.
You make another crack like that,
Come on. Come on, put up or shut up.
I'll dig 'em. $10.
$10. 20 more.
And 15 more.
And 20 more.
Will you take an IOU against my next month's wages?
Sure. Got a pencil? Waiter, bartender.
I owe you 7. Lemon.
20 and 50 more.
I raise you 50.
I'll bet one of my mules.
That covers your mule, and I raise you 100.
One more mule, and I'll call you.
All right. What do you got?
Oh. I called you, but I'll show 'em to you. 4 10s and a king.
Ace, king, queen, jack, 10. Royal flush with the joker is a 10. 2 mules.
Big house in Los Angeles. Maybe San Francisco. How does that sound to you, honey?
Well, that would be wonderful, Brad. Hello, Dad. I kept some supper hot for you.
I'm not hungry.
We've got something to tell you, sir.
I've had all the bad news I can take.
Oh, but this is good news, Dad.
He who bets what isn't his'n has to pay the price or go to prison.
Let me make you some good, strong coffee, Dad.
First, I lose Chang the cook. Then I lose the mules. Next, I'll lose my job. The only thing I ain't lost is you, daughter. I'm going to bed.
Where'd you lose any mules?
The Oasis, a poker game. The other fella held a royal flush. What is it you wanted to tell me?
Not tonight. Some other time.
Dad's really got himself in trouble, Brad.
The old fool.
You've no right to call names like that.
And who's got a better? I'm marrying his daughter.
I don't know if you are.
Oh, Enid.
Oh, I'm so upset. I don't know anything.
You know I love you. I'll think of some way to get him out of this scrape.
These are none of your run-of-the-mine mules. They're hand-picked, hand-trained. The best doggone cured for mules west of Missouri.
Say, are these the mules you won from Lem Keeler?
That's right.
If you'd like some expert advice about picking your two, I swamp on the big team.
Hey, I might just take that offer.
Well, good. Meet me at the corral at sunup, and I'll help you pick the 2 best animals in the outfit.
Bartender, give this gentleman a drink. Make it a double.
Well, thank you.
Come on.
Come in. Morning, Lem.
I'm tendering you my resignation.
You what? Well, you can't quit at a moment's notice, Lem.
I'm sorry, sir.
The big team leaves at noon today for the valley.
The team ain't so big anymore. There's only 18 mules now.
What are you talking about?
Well, I lost 2 mules last night in a poker game.
You bet 2 of our mules?
Yes, sir.
Company property?
Well, I held 4 10s and a king. Yes, sir.
I'll have to attach your pay.
I lost that, too.
Whatever got into you, Lem?
Well, I started to drown my sorrows.
What sorrows?
On the way in, I lost a passenger, Chang. The cook out at the works, he went off his head, and they were sending him back here on the wagon.
You lost him?
Well, he got loose while Brad and I was rescuing a Paiute squaw from being burned as a steak.
Are you still drunk?
Oh, I felt awful about it. I couldn't sleep nights afterwards, thinking about those vultures picking on poor Chang's bones. Chang! Suffering snake bites. Where did he come from? How did he get here?
He got here in my buckboard. While you were away, I had to make a quick trip out to the Armagosa plant. Took a shortcut. Found Chang wandering in the desert, dazed, incoherent. Picked him up and brought him back. Simple as that.
Well, everything is all right after all.
Except for 2 mules still to be accounted for.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Who'd you lose them to?
Harvey Pierce.
Oh, the meanest man in Mojave. Did he collect?
He said he was going to pick him up in the corral this morning.
Now, this one here is the leader. They're picked for their intelligence. But, Tina, what's the matter with you?
She don't like me. I don't like her.
Well, let's look at some others. This here one's a pointer. Look at that neck and that chest.
Hey, all right. She's really vicious.
Well, let's look at another one. Now, here's a fine animal. Won't find none any better. I might as well be honest with you. These mules resent all strangers. Lem's the only one that can handle them. They're his babies.
He didn't mention that.
As a matter of fact, they'll only work when they're part and parcel of the big team.
And I've been gypped.
Would you settle a debt for cash? I got a month's pay right here.
Take him.
A dime left. Hey! You earned it, Cap. Morning, sir.
Morning. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 20?
Well, young fella?
Yes, sir. Just taking a last good look.
How will I ever bear it not seeing you for 3 whole weeks?
This may be my last trip.
Hey, now, you're not going to resign.
I was thinking of it, sir. This is no job for a married man, swamping on the big team. And besides, I don't know if I can stand the monotony. Goodbye, honey.
And that's the story of a long-line skinner and his swamper. And if any of you folks know the origin of that word swamper, I wish you'd let me know.
ড্রেস চেঞ্জ করতেছিস? চেঞ্জ করিস না, চল একটা টিকটক বানাই। টিকটক? হ্যাঁ, টিকটক, চল।
স্যার নর্মাল আছে প্রেশার, নিচেরটা 80, উপরটা আছে 120। ঠিক।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
খামটা দে।
স্যার এটা কি আশ্চর্য দেখছিস, 1000 টাকা দিল প্রেশার মাপতে। তাও
তুই জানিস উনি কে? উনি শহরে অনেক বড় ধনী লোক। এমন কোনো মসজিদ মাদ্রাসা নাই যে উনি দান করেন নাই। এমনকি আমাদের এই হাসপাতালেও ওনার চ্যারিটি হেল্প ছিল।
ও ভালো লোক।
ড্রেস চেঞ্জ করতেছিস? চেঞ্জ করিস না, চল একটা টিকটক বানাই। টিকটক? হ্যাঁ টিকটক, চল। ঠিক আছে, এই ড্রেসটা পরবো? এটা পর।
আচ্ছা, আপনি ওই দিন আপনার আম্মার সামনে আমার লোক এরকম ব্যবহার করছেন কেন?
আমার ইচ্ছে হয়েছে আমি করছি, আর আমার পিছে ঘুরে লাভ নেই।
কেন? আমি আপনার ভালোবাসি না, করবো না কেন?
বেহায়া মেয়ে রে বাবা, তোমার তো আমি ক্লিয়ার করে বলছি যে আমি তোমার বিয়ে করবো না।
আরে আপনার আম্মাই তো আমার পছন্দ করছো, তো আপনি শাদি করবেন না কেন?
তাহলে তারই বিয়েটা করো।
জি জি জি, আস্তাগফিরুল্লাহ, কি কইতাছেন? আমি আপনার আম্মারে কেন শাদি করব? আমি তো আপনার শাদি করব। আর আপনি যদি আমার শাদি না করছেন তাহলে কয়ে দিলাম, ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম আমার হাতে লিখুন।
তোমার যা ইচ্ছা তুমি তাই করো, আমি একদমই ভয় পাই না। আগের বার মাইনে নিছি, খেলা ছিল দেখা, এটা খেলা না, এটা আমার জীবন। আমি জীবন নিয়ে ছেলে খেলা করতে পারবো না।
আমি হাঁচা হাঁচা কইতেছি, আমি কিন্তু ব্লেড দিয়ে
হাতে, পায়ে, গলায়, মুখে, সব জায়গায় যেখানে ইচ্ছা সেখানে লেখো। ইংরেজি, বাংলা, ফার্সি যেটাতে পারো সেটাতেই লেখো, আমার কিচ্ছু যায় আসে না।
আপনার আমি শেষবারের মতো কইতেছি, আপনার আর বেশি সময় দিব না। শুধুমাত্র 12 ঘন্টা সময় দিলাম। এই 12 ঘন্টার মধ্যে আপনি আপনার মত বদলাইবেন, নাহলে কইলাম আমি হাঁচায় ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম লিখে ফেলাম। আমার কেউ আটকাইতে পারবো না।
আরামসে তুমি সিগারেট টানো, বুঝো না, শান্তিতে। আর ওদিক দিয়ে কাম সারছে।
কেন কি হইছে?
আরে শুনোস না, ওই মেয়ে তো ডেঞ্জারাস একটা ঘটনা ঘটায় ফেলছে।
লেট দিয়ে হাত কাটছে, এখন কি গো মামা?
ওই মেয়েটা
বস কি মামা? কস হাত
কেন? ওই মেয়ের তোর কোনো কথা হয়েছিল?
কালকে রাত্রেবেলা বাসার সামনে এসে দাঁড়ায় ছিল, আমার 12 ঘন্টার আলটিমেটাম দিছে।
এই কিসের আলটিমেটাম দিছে রে? হ্যাঁ,
আরে ওই বিয়াতে রাজি না হইলে কি জানি।
এই কথা তুই আগে কবি না।
আরে আমি কি বুঝছি নাকি?
আরে না বাবার কি আছে, বুঝোস না, মেয়েটা তো ডেঞ্জারাস। এখন যদি কিছু হয়ে যায় মামা, আমাকে তো পুলিশে ধরে নিয়ে যাবে।
আমি কি করছি?
ও আমি কি করছি কিছু জানো না? না ওই বেটা আইনার মারবে, জানো জীবনে তো থানায় তুই যাস না, জানবি কেন? থানায় আমি গেছি জানি। ফোন যে কোনো হলে আত্মহত্যা প্ররোচনকারী যেই হোক না, তার নাম যদি একবার থানায় গিয়ে কয় মামা, তাহলে তার খবর আছে। এখন তুই কি করবি তুই চিন্তা করে দেখ।
কি করছে সব? এই লাইলি বাইচা আছে তো?
হ্যাঁ শুনলাম, ও তো বাইচা আছে।
কোন হসপিটাল আছে? আমি যাই একটু দেখা করে আসি।
হসপিটালে যাই দেখা করে? হসপিটাল থাকলে এতক্ষণ তুমি চৈত শিকার ভিত্তি থাকলা, বুঝো নাই? আর তুমি যাই হয়তো বাসায় আছে। এই তুই কি ওর বাসায় যাবি?
তুই যাবি মামা?
হায় রে খোদা, তুমি আইছো। আমি জানতাম তুমি আইবা। আমি লাইলে রে কইছি তুমি আসবা। চ্যাংরা হও আর রক্ত গরম হও, মানুষ তো। তোমার মনের ভিতরে সেই প্রেমটা আছে।
আচ্ছা আমি লাইলির সাথে একটু দেখা করবো।
লাইলির সাথে দেখা করবা?
কেমন আছে ও?
আছে বাবা, আসো আসো, তোমার আমি একটু দেখা করাতে আসো।
এইসব কি?
প্লেট দিয়ে তোমার নাম লিখছি, বানান ঠিক আছে?
একদম ঠিক আছে। কিন্তু কি বলো বাইক না, ভালো হয়েছে না? আমি কিন্তু লাইলিতে কইছিলাম যে লাইলি একটা ছবি তুইলা ওরা পাঠাই দে। ভাই কইছে যে না, কিছু জিনিস আছে এগুলো ছবি তুলে পাঠালে সঠিকভাবে দেখা যায় না, সামনাসামনি দেখতে হয়। এর লেগে তো এতক্ষণ ধরে তোমার জন্য অপেক্ষা করতেছি।
এইসব পাগলামির কোনো মানে আছে?
আছে না। তোমার আমি শাদি করব, তুমি আমার শাদি করবা, করবা না?
এই তুমি কি আমার বলদ পাইছো? বলদ এই পাশে দাঁড়ানো লোকটার মতো।
নিলে তুমি আমার মামার নিয়ে কি করতেছো?
আমি বলবো তুমি শুনবা। মানে এই যদি তোমার হাত কাটার নমুনা হয়, হ্যাঁ আমি জানলে আমি জীবনেও আসতাম না। আর যদি হাত সত্যি সত্যি কাটতাও তাও আসতাম না, কোনো লাভই হইতো না। আমি তোমারে বিয়ে করব না। তোমার মতো মেয়ের সাথে শুধুমাত্র মজা নেওয়া যায়, বাড়ির বউ করা যায় না। তোমার মধ্যে ওই রকম কোনো এলিমেন্টই নাই।
তুমি তো বেশি বেশি করতেছো না?
এই মাঝখান দিয়ে ঢুকে গেলেন? হ্যাঁ সাদে কি আপনার মানুষে হাবলু কয়? এর লেগে আপনার হাবলু কয়। আর ঢুকছেন যখন, তখন আমারে না বুঝায় আপনার এই ড্রামাবাজ ভাগ্নিরা বুঝান। আমি ওরে বিয়ে করব না, আমি মরে গেলে ওরে বিয়ে করব না। মানে নিজের তো কোনো মান সম্মান নাই, পরিবারের মান সম্মানটা যদি খোয়াইতে না চাও তাহলে এসব বন্ধ করো। সবার সামনে অপমান করবো না।
থাক ভাগ্নি, তুই কষ্ট পাইস না। হয় তোরা বুঝতে পারে নাই, আর যেদিন বুঝতে পারবো হয় কান্দা বুক চাপলাইব, তখন বুঝবো যে কি জিনিস হারাইছি। তুই কান্দিস না ভাগ্নি, একদম কান্দিস না। তুই থাক, আমি আইতাছি, দেখতেছি।
Chứ chính là bằng là làm đạo ghi mình giấu rồi. Ê, nó không báo. Xong bắt thanh toán Netflix. Sao bắt thanh toán Netflix cười à? Chôn bố à? Kinh. Em muốn tư vấn kiểu gì vậy? À. Nhiều khi mình ngọc. Ôi kìa. Cứ đó mà đi à? Cứ đó mà đi à? Cút thằng Ken này này vào đây là có xe hỏi phải dọn lại một con Kindred rồi là sinh ra vậy. Đúng rồi. Vẫn hay rồi, xong thắng. Vẫn là hay thì chịu của Nguyễn Trọng Tú đi. Vẫn là hay. Vẫn là bút tốc độ đi. À cái gì về lên đấy? Lag à? Lag rồi này. Bút lúc cuối thì lag rồi. Bạch này. Mình phải chơi thứ nào. Biết cũng đéo ấy. Tao đi nhầm đâu. Đi ngồi đéo đây. Nó đéo cho trước đi. Ngáo cái chút. Mày cứ spam chết tao mà em đố hiểu vị trí. Mày kinh, mày kinh, mày kinh, mày kinh, mày kinh. Mày ghê, mày ghê. Mày ghê, mày to. Mày ghê, mày ghê. Mày ghê. À, đào tạo à? Đào tạo cái gì? Đào tạo việc ấy. Đào tạo việc, anh biết bảo. Ui, khỏe đấy. 7 số ra, về 2 ạ. Trên này. Và nó bắt làm như nhân viên bị nhiều kinh nghiệm gì. Nhóm ra cái gì chuột vua. Xét đâu. Ngon. Được bắt xin ngon đi. Không, không, biến mất. Biến mất. Thấy chưa? Bị ôm. Chôn à? Mày chôn bố. Mày chôn tao. Anh bay sử bình chỉ linh đấy, anh bay nhanh tiết. Xong rồi. Ủa, có cái đồ. Có cái đồ. Ui, oan sự đẹp, oan sự đẹp. Thằng em nam xong luôn vậy. Quỷ với Bill nè, đéo hiểu. Mà 10 tiếng ngày gì? Yes. Yes. Xong. Gì? Đừng dừng lại. Đứng ra là cái đừng dừng nữa. Nó ban ra mà tôi để xoay ra ấn lại. Xoay cho này một ấn là cái ấn hắc ám đi. Mà ra xét vậy. Anh có quan tâm nhạc đâu? Anh và em quan tâm nhạc đâu? Không ơi, anh bảo anh quan tâm là anh có đúng form hay không thôi. Nhạc nhủng nháo ấy. Gì? Mày chơi ngoan không? Thua không? Thua rồi. Điều đi rồi, top 5 ạ. Trốn thế. Tiền rác nhỏ, tiền rác cái chịu. 137 tỷ, 137 tuổi. Cho bố đi. Mày có mất tiền đâu? Mày có này khám mày có mất tiền đâu? Đi khám mày có mất tiền đâu? Lên 2 thằng lật bèo chứ nhỏ. Đéo em bảo gì? Đéo em bảo gì chứ đéo. Đi đéo em bảo thanh. Đéo bảo thanh toán. Đéo bảo thanh toán. Trốn chứ chịu được. Sao ra cái con dấu gì ở đây này? Phải cút đây. Vâng. Yes. Có thể ra dồn trứng khác. Yes, trứng xịn cho này. Legendary của thầy. Ui, ra legend à? Ra legend đi. Ok em ơi. Rồi em ơi. Vui tí nữa thì tí nữa thì mua. Thế này thì nhót. Làm sao? Ui baby làm sao? Trừ một chế. Đã đứt dây rồi, đứt dây. Mày đấy, anh vẫn giữ. Thế à? Tôi nhớ gì nhỉ? Tôi nhớ ra cái gì ạ? Chôn tao. Từ từ, anh trai phải dừng lại, em bố cái ghế vào, bố ghế của anh cút rồi. Rồi quay mấy con đéo ra cái gì chôn tao. Mấy con toàn ra cái này ạ, cút, xóa hết. Xóa cho bố. Chứng chỉ gì à bố? What the hell? Rồi, coi gì xuống đấy rồi. Yes. 100 triệu làm cái khác. Yes. Ghê vậy thầy. Bao nhiêu rồi? 2 tiếng chưa thầy tắt thì ở đấy đấy. 56 à? Chưa được. Một thêm 4 này. Thôi thầy đứng quay cho nó đấy. Đứng quay một chữ ấy ghế ở đây gì à? Này cái dây khác. Khó quá. Rồi xong, ngồi lại bi. Ai đừng tấn được ơi. Ghế gãy rồi. Ghế gì không ra tấn quay cam phải xa phết nhìn được. Đúng ấy là đúng gì không kiểu đúng ấy là đúng cái gì. Phòng kế toán các kiểu gì à? Hồng Tuấn cũng là công ty mà vô tại mà anh làm cho công ty mà anh cũng làm cho công ty mà yêu chả đúng giờ nhớ rồi. Content mà làm cho công ty content mà nhưng mà làm nhân viên nhưng mà trả lương chưa phải cách cả phải dục phải anh phải gọi điện hoặc Tuấn bảo anh gọi điện dục nó đi để nó nói với cả ông anh kia còn phải bảo thế mà gì chuẩn không gọi. Trời ơi mày có lép đây là ngày nào không hiểu. Mày có lép đây ngày nào không hiểu không? Gì. Sẽ kim lắc đây. Sẽ kim lắc đây à? Vừa sẽ kim lắc đây. Chỉ có bọn bà hay tập phần sân dưới ấy. Đó, mấy bà tập phần dưới rồi. Mấy cái máy kia mà bên kiểu cơ trên tay vai các kiểu ấy có bà nào đấy đâu. Thỉnh thoảng có bà trong phòng tập tạ. Mấy bài đứng mấy cái bài đứng ở gương lâu quá. Gương lâu đéo chịu được. Số chó đéo hiểu. Ủa hôm qua không, nó chỉ xoay gương nó nhìn lại cơ của nó thôi, xoay gương nhìn cơ. Hôm qua tao đang tập có ông Đô Phết xong rồi ra cái chỗ phái máy tập cơ lát ấy ở lưng ấy, ông ấy đứng ở có cái đấy ôi gương to ông ấy cởi áo trên cởi áo ra xoay nhìn lưng Đô đéo chịu được. Chịu rồi. lại thành én fitness thì thua.